Bodine52, how are you folks? I am fortunate and appreciative that I'm able to have two motorcycles. A 2018 Ultralimited and a 2000 Road King. The Road King's name is Duke. Ultralimited is Big Mama for obvious reasons. And today, I'm going to tell you why I prefer to ride the Road King Duke over Big Mama. Let's show you why. Well, that's got to be one of the reasons now, doesn't it? It is a beautiful day, and I have been thinking that I'm finally going to get out, and I'm wondering which motorcycle am I able to take out today. And by the way, like I said at the introduction, I really feel fortunate to have two motorcycles. But I just love this Road King. I gotta tell you. Oh, here's my two favorite dogs. Come on, you guys gonna chase me? Oh, that's weak. Oh, come on, guys. Alright, that's probably wrong, isn't it? Alright. Well, as you can see, it's a beautiful day in Michigan. So you gotta get Duke out, right? Woohoo! The 2000 Road King Classic, and I just love this bike for multiple reasons. You heard in the driveway a little bit of the sound. This thing does have a stage 1 on it, some Reinhardts. Beautiful day in Michigan. Hope you and your family are healthy and wealthy and wise, and that everything is going good for you. I'll tell you what, as I mentioned earlier, I am fortunate to have two motorcycles. If you have not seen my video on the 2000 Road King Duke, which I am riding right now, I'll leave a link to that in the description. But I wanted to talk to you today on why I love the Road King Classic 2000 Duke better than Big Mama. Don't tell her. Don't tell her. But, you know, I think it started off, as you heard in the driveway, that the rumble on this motorcycle is fantastic. You know, it has that classic Harley or a motorcycle sound. It does have a stage 1 and Reinhardts on it. And just love that feel and that sound, if you will, of the bike shaking a little bit, right? Newer bikes don't necessarily shake as much, so I love that. And I think the other thing that I really love about this motorcycle is just the classic look. Simple dials, really simple everything. Not a lot of electronics on it, which I'm going to tell you a story about electronics here in a minute. But I love the look of this headlight. That's, believe it or not, as silly as that sounds, that's what one of the parts of the motorcycle that I like the most. Do have the shield on today. As it gets a little bit warmer, I'll be taking that off. But it's about 55 here in Michigan. And I really haven't been able to ride Duke as much as I wanted to because of all the stuff going on, as well as the weather. And I really bought this late fall, early winter, so I haven't been able to get out and ride. And as you can see, it is just beautiful out today. So I wanted to get it on and take it for a rip and just kind of show you and talk to you about the Road King. You know, it's interesting because a lot of folks that follow my channel, a lot of them have you know, ultra limiteds or big cruisers, and then a lot of them, and I guess this is still considered a cruiser, there's a lot of people that are really dedicated to Road Kings. It's really interesting. So a whole new community of folks to learn from and get to know, which has been kind of cool. So, you know, just again, basic on this bike, no thrills, no cruise control, no GPS. And guess what? No phone. But you want to not know why it doesn't have a phone today? Let me tell you, and I'm not going to let this ruin my ride today. When I came out, I was making sure that my GoPro was on the right angle, and I put my phone, which is an iPhone 10R, I believe they call it, in this beautiful RAM mount, which I'm not necessarily been a fan of. If you know, Big Mama, I have a Zero 3D mount, which I love. Well, I put this on, the phone on it, and I drove about a mile from my house and realized there was no phone. So I stopped the video, drove back to my house, and I know I had the phone because I took some pictures on it. And sure enough, I did not find it on the road, in my neighborhood, in my driveway. So I am afraid, unless somebody picked it up in my neighborhood, that I have lost my phone. And that should teach you, Bodine. You bought this motorcycle because it's classic, and you don't have all that crap on it. And here you go, you put a phone on it. I probably deserve to lose that phone. Now, that's a bunch of crap. That stinks. Ay. Well, that'll teach you. Well, I'll mark my words right now. You will never see a phone on this motorcycle again. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take this stupid RAM mount that I've never been a fan of down when I get home. Especially when you have a bigger phone. This part right here hits the volume or the power button. And that's so you have to adjust it down or up a little bit. And apparently that adjustment down that I made is how I lost the phone. And not sure how I could lose it, considering I was only a mile from my house. So somebody had to have picked it up. We got a pretty cool neighborhood. And a big Facebook page. So I'm hoping somebody picks it up. But if it doesn't, I'm going to have to get another phone. And as you guys know, those things are not cheap. So I had this great idea, and I think I'm going to do it anyway, of running into this area here and taking a nice picture of Duke, which, by the water, which at this point I'm really not going to be doing. And you can kind of see why. Because, one, some folks are launching, and number two, I don't have a phone. Ay, man, I'll tell you what. Not real smart, am I? But at least let's get off Duke and just do a quick walk around with it too. Tell you another reason that I like it. You can kind of see the look of it. Just a classic look. The white walls. Just a simple motorcycle. You can see the headlight, which again is part I love. Just a really simple, classic look. For those of you that are checking out my channel for the first time, I have not yet checked the tensioners, but I'm going to. So, that'll be here in the near future. You can tell folks are now out and about. I'm not sure if you can see this guy on this second dock over here who's out in the water. Not sure what he's doing. Maybe he's putting his dock actually out. But probably right in this guy's way. Okay, dude. We're going to call that guy No Shirt Guy. Okay? And you guys probably all know why. My house in Pittsburgh, my neighbor never wore a shirt. Now, dude was like, I don't know, my age. Pretty good shape. Actually was a nice guy. I got to know him a little better after I left. But it could be like 30 degrees out or 20 degrees out. And this guy was never wearing a shirt. So we called him No Shirt Guy. Now this guy is going to be, I'm not sure how to get my trailer in the water guy. That's what we're going to call him. Because I don't think he has an idea at this point. Or maybe he was just letting his bride out. That's it. Alright, so this is going to be How to Dock a Pontoon Boat by Bodine 52. And as somebody who has a 7-foot trailer, 7 by 12 foot trailer, you guess there's been a couple times that I have actually had some problems too. See if I can get by this guy up here. So the first thing you do is you let your wife out. Not that she can tell you what you're doing wrong, but so you don't run over that dock, which at this base, this is where the guy's going. But if you don't know and you haven't followed the news in Michigan, our beloved governor has made it really impossible for anybody to go out on a boat. And finally they now can. So people are going crazy. We are 6 foot away, right? To get out in the water. You could go out in the water without a motor, but who does that? Who canoes? Come on. If you canoe, leave a note in the comments, or kayak. He's handling it pretty well, I gotta say. A lot of respect. He wanted to know if he's going to make it anyway. He's going to make it anyway if he drove over the dock. And this is really not what this video is about, but, you know, you have to adapt. When you're out and you're making vlogs, you got to adapt, right? So, yeah, so you could see people have been crazed inside, so fortunately, we can get out. It is a Friday afternoon after lunch, so playing a little close the shop early. If I got a boat, I'd get a pontoon boat. Just saying. Make it a party boat. So, focus, Bodine, focus. Do you guys ever notice I have focus problems? I can start talking about one thing and then I'm somewhere else. I probably have some sort of problem. What do you think? So I do, again, this is a cool bike. It's a really cool community. People love Road Kings. I know there's some newer Road Kings out. A lot of folks have, but there's a lot of older classic bikes like mine. This motorcycle has 23,587 miles, so it's still a virgin as far as I am concerned. But it is fun to ride. It sits lower to the ground. You know, I'm 6'3", still got plenty of space on it. You can see there's people out. That's nice. Guy has a Michigan State shirt on, sweater on. He's lucky I even nodded to him. I mean, really, go blue. But it just has that. Let's see if we can hear a little bit. Just has that fantastic feel. You know, the other thing, and let's not tell Mrs. Bodine, but this is and I don't want to say putt around town, because that's kind of what I tell her. The reality is, this is a one-seater. I mean, she could get on the back of this, but no. This is a Bodine 52 only motorcycle. So I get to get out on my own with this, which is really nice. Hey, brother. And I really do like it, though, and I guess that's a question for all of you, is do you prefer older motorcycles, assuming that you're not having problems, right? Or a newer motorcycle with all the stuff on it? I know as I got this, you know, going from a 6-speed to a 5-speed, you get used to real quick, right? Doesn't have ABS on it, so I got to be a little more careful, because I've never ridden a motorcycle that did not have ABS on it. So that was important to kind of get used to, but I'll tell you what, it's just that old, you're just purely riding. I will tell you that I think one thing I got to change is I wear a full face helmet. Unless it's super warm, I may wear a 3/4, but normally I'm always a full face helmet guy, not even for vlogging. I just, right or wrong, from a safety perspective, I believe it's safer. And it's kind of a light, I don't want to use the word cream color because that sounds kind of goofy, but a cream color. And it's what I ride when I'm on Big Mama. I just don't think it's the cool Road King look. I mean, I gotta come up with something different. What do you folks think? Okay, that's a question. is it wrong to have a full face helmet on while you're riding a Road King Classic? I don't think so. Yeah, this motorcycle definitely has run good. It's I'm the third owner of it, and it's really just been fun so far. Like I said, I need to check the tensioners on it and a couple things, but I am not going to modify this motorcycle. I'm going to keep it pretty much as is. A couple things, I'm going to change some grips on it that are a little tore up, and really make sure that it's checked out. I've done a safety check on it, so I'm comfortable I can ride it. But other than that, and the beautiful Ram mount. By the way, if you would like a free Ram mount, leave a comment in the comment section, and if you're the first to respond saying you like it, you just send me a private message. I'll ship it to you. Or maybe I could sell it, use it and pay off my phone. No, I'm just kidding you. I won't do that. But that's it, folks. I'll tell you what. It just feels more like motorcycle riding, if that makes sense, on riding the Road King over my Ultra Limited. So let me know your thoughts. Do you think the Ultra Limited, with all its lazy boy chair and fancy gadgets and GPS, is a better ride, or you'd rather have and ride that first over the Road King? You got to tell me, because I don't know. I'm pretty convinced that I prefer riding the Road King. All right, folks. I'm in my neighborhood. I just made a big deal about my phone, right? And if this car doesn't hit me, howdy. Lady's like, dude, what are you doing? Looky what I found. Baby. It was about an $800 find. Sweet, how did I miss that going back and forth? It didn't get run over. It's going to be a beautiful day. Let's take a picture of the king over here. Why doesn't Face ID recognize me with my helmet on? I don't know, but... Oh, yeah. It's going to be my day. It is my day. Alrighty, folks. Yeah, man. Alright, so earlier in the video I said that if you wanted a Ram mount, be the first person to say you want it and I'll ship it to you. And now that I found my phone, I'm still going to give you the Ram mount. Leave it in the comments. Thanks again, folks. Don't be like me. Secure your phone, or don't have it on your bike. Bye-bye.